Hi everyone, this is Lolly. We are at Creativation Day 1. We just had classes today, or workshops I should say. I want to talk about this first one, which was with Hero Arts, and this is the cute little bag they gave us with their pen. Don't look at the pencil, that's for something else. And I will show you what they gave us and what we made in class. And the class was called Mixed Media Techniques with Hero Arts. So what they did was they gave us a lot of their new products, which I want to show you. This is a background stamp, so it will stamp this outer edge here to create a really cool frame. Imagine embossing that in gold or using gray or black for your grunge look. And then we have these stencils here. I will put the names on the screen underneath, but that saves time from having to look up the names on the backs. And then this is one of their Bold Prints cling stamps. It's rubber. And we did techniques where we inked it up and then folded it like a taco and just used part of it to stamp out. We have these stamps, which are silhouettes, and I really love the dragonflies. There's butterflies and all kinds of insects on this. Great for embossing. 6 separate stamps here for backgrounds and all these sentiments. They also gave us their brand new palette knife, which is metal. Love that. I'm not really as fond of plastic ones. Their new reactive inks, which are similar to oxide inks if you have those. This is grape slush and blue raspberry. And then they gave us their liquid watercolors in this, I think it's pink, blue, and yellow. And those could be mixed as well. Now what we did was we played around using different techniques to make these tags. And so the first one, they have this paste. It's just called Hero Arts Paste. And you put it through your stencil. It dries pretty quickly, but if you heat emboss it, we did it from the back, and it raises it up really bumpy there. And then we took our finger in a gold paste and just lightly went over that to bring out the bumps. This is the same paste, but we colored this with some of their inks, and then we added some embossing over that and heated it up. This is also the same paste, but with gold embossing over it. It's nice and thick. It's almost like flocked wallpaper. And this is just using the reactive inks and then misting the water over that and letting it bead up and then pulling off the extra water and leaving those spots. This is 2 of the reactive inks and then sprayed it with a kind of a pearlescent spray. And this is just using that grape slush ink, putting it on our surface, our craft mat, spraying it, and then dipping the paper into it, letting it dry and dipping it into it again. And so every time you would dip it, you would get deeper colors. So you show how you can layer that up really well. 2 different kinds of their sprays there. This was several techniques at one, but mostly stamping, but yeah, there's no embossing on this one. It's just all stamped. This is using the same stamp here, but we used this puff embossing powder, so it raised it up really well. And we also have some gold flecks on there. And this is one of those solid stamps that's embossed. This is one of my favorites. I think this is going to be my favorite product. That is their new metallics, and they're not really a cream. They are pretty liquid. They're in a little tub, and we had to mix it up. But then you would take just a little bit and using a blending brush, put it through a stencil, and look at those colors. This is a red, a gold, and a purple. Very intense. And then we flicked some of their pearlescent and gold colors onto black. These inks stay damp enough for you to emboss. So we did that, put clear embossing powder on it and embossed. And then we did it again with another stamp and did gold embossing on it. This also has clear embossing over the same inks. And there's, again, one of those little dragonfly stamps there. So we made this little, it's like a technique tag booklet here. And then we started on this, which is this card here, but we just kind of ran out of time. And these were taught by Maria Willis, who's also known as Cardbomb on Instagram and YouTube. I will give you a link to her account. So thank you for watching. I think this was well worth it, and we had a blast doing all this.